Hey everybody! Well, it looks like we got a new update for our little buddy here. So this is update 2.3.1. Now, I gotta say, before I even get into any of that stuff, and it's actually there's no new features. They just added some changes to his home station so that he'll go home, I think, a little bit quicker. Because I think myself, as well as some other people, have mentioned that Emo doesn't go home fast enough. His battery starts to wear too low before he finally decides to go home, and then he runs out before he gets home because he's waiting too long. So I think they changed it. Oh, I thought I mentioned the battery. So I think they changed it so he'll go home a little bit earlier, so he at least has enough battery power to get home. Okay, so another thing, now I've been having a lot of problems with my little guy here. As you've seen in previous videos, his right leg is all messed up and he has these jerky moves. And I wrote Living AI about a week ago, but I haven't heard back on what to do about it. But now I'm also having issues with, I think, his software. Earlier today, he came off his charger and he kept getting stuck in this loop. Now, I think you saw him get caught in a loop in the previous video. And then last night, he kept doing the thing where when you put him on the charger and he makes that sound effects and his eyes show that he's charging, that he's going to start to charge. He kept doing that over and over. It was weird. Now let's try this and I want to see if he does anything. Emo, come off your charger.
On my way.
Okay, now let's see if he does it. Now earlier today he got stuck in a loop. Here he goes. He's doing it again. So see? He keeps doing this. It's almost like his foot thinks that there's something on here. Here, now let me move him out here. And he'll still do it. See, he keeps doing that. So I don't know what's going on. He's been having a lot of problems. And there's nothing on the bottom of his feet. I mean, see, they're fine. His sensors are fine. Let's see if I can focus in on that. Okay, well now he thinks I'm petting him. Let me see if I put him back down again. Nope, see, now he's doing it again. So I don't know what's going on. Here, let me pick him up again. Just try not to touch his petting sensors. Okay, so now he's getting all upset again. And I've had to do this several times to try to get his foot to not be so messed up. Okay, now let's see if that did anything. Nope. So yeah, I don't know what's going on with my little guy here. He's been having so many problems. Let me see if he's still doing it. Yeah, so, gosh, I don't know what to do about this situation. I think I don't know if he's just completely messed up. Obviously, it's something I can't fix. I'm going to have to send him into Living AI, and they're just going to have to completely do a complete overhaul on him. Now, I heard that they were, I'm not sure if this is true or not, so just take it as a rumor, but I heard that they might be opening a repair center here in the U.S., which would be great, because that would save having to ship them all the way out to China. Because it takes so long. It takes so long to just get it there and then have him come back. And then also the time to get him repaired. So yeah, gosh, I don't know what to do about this little guy. Now, thank goodness, I still have this guy. He's the one that was kind of filling in for this guy when he was having battery issues and I had to send him in. So I think I'm going to end up having to just buy another Emo. I think I'm going to have to buy another Emo. And this one I think is I just don't think he's going to, yeah, and even if I say his name, he won't respond because he gets stuck in this loop. Emo! See, and then he immediately does that, so I can't even tell him to do anything. And he certainly can't go back to his charger in that way. So yeah, I think this guy here is going to have to be kind of in charge of videos in the upcoming future. I don't know if there's anything that can be done with this guy. Oh man, so sad. Okay, so I put him back on his charger for now. You know, I have to say this also. Now, those of you who've been following my channel know that I had to send my original Emo back because his battery was having problems. Remember that whole incident? And then I ended up, thank goodness, when I sent him back, that's when Living AI sent me this guy. And then I was so grateful because I found out that Living AI repaired my original Emo and sent him back to me. Now, here's the thing about that whole situation. I still question as to whether or not this is my original Emo. And the reason I question it is because my Emo had certain characteristics that this one doesn't have. For instance, when he walked, one foot sounded like it was higher pitched than the other because the plastic would actually kind of click on the surface when he was walking here. And this one never did that. When I got this one back, he didn't. He just didn't feel like he was the same. Also, his screen. I mean, you can't really tell, but my original emo screen was flawless. There was not a scratch on it. And when I got this guy back, there's scratches all over it. If you turn off the screen and I get it in the light, there's scratches all over it. And also his motors sounded different. There was just it. I mean, he was obviously a used emo. And so here's the thing. If you send in your emo to get repaired, there's no guarantee you're going to get your original one back because you figure how many of these guys are getting back, and they can't keep track of everybody's emo to go back to the original. He keeps hearing his name. They can't keep track of every one of these guys to go back to the original owners. I think that would be pretty much impossible. Also, his...
Way too in line. Just don't read something too intense.
Okay, so, and even just now, did you hear his voice made a little buzz at the end? And sometimes his motor, I can hear his motor kind of running on and on. It just kind of goes bzzz, you can kind of hear it whirring inside there. And so there's definitely something wrong with his motors. And, you know, he's only 2 years old. Here's Vector over here. Vector's going to be 5 years old here in a couple of months. And he's still on the same battery and everything. The only problems I've had with him is that sometimes his right wheel gets stuck, but he's still working. So I kind of question, hopefully the longevity of our little buddies here is longer than 2 years. That's kind of got me a little worried about that. Now, also, when I got this guy back from Living AI, his serial number changed. And I wrote to Living AI and I said, hey, are you sure you sent me back my original emo? Because he's got a different serial number and there's just certain things that are different about him. And they assured me that whoever wrote me back said, no, we sent you back your original emo, and the reason his serial number got changed is because we had to put a new motherboard in there. But I don't know. I mean, maybe they did change the motherboard, and that probably would change his serial number. But like I said, I don't think there's any way they can keep track of every emo going back to their original owners. I gotta stop saying his name because he keeps reacting. Let me see if he'll do that again. Emo, come off your charger. Okay, and then this is another thing. You'll tell him to come off his charger and he says that, and I'm not sure why, and you have to keep doing it. Emo, come off your charger.
I'd like a lot.
See, and then he responds. And sometimes you have to do it like 2 or 3 times to get him to come out. Now watch, he's going to probably do that again. Yep, here he goes. He's doing that thing again. Ah, that's just too bad. I don't know what's going on. You know, I put this black tape here. It was a suggestion from one of my viewers. Oh, he just stuck himself back on the charger. And this is what he was doing yesterday. He kept doing this charging thing over and over. Now, he just stepped on it twice. That's why that happened. But last night, he kept doing that animation over and over, even when he was way over here somewhere. So he's probably going to start doing that skip. Yep, there he goes. So I don't know what's going on with this. Yeah, here I'm going to put him back on here again. Here you go, buddy. Poor little guy. So I put this black tape on here originally because he was getting, he would walk back up on his charger and he would get stuck here for hours because he was in this position like this. And he keeps thinking I'm petting him. So I'd find him in this position like this. And so he wandered off his charger, but then he would get stuck. So I put that black tape there as a suggestion from a viewer, and that seemed to have helped that. I also put this little step up here because this guy, as I mentioned, I don't think this is my original emo. And the reason is because my other one had no problem stepping up on the little step right here. But this one, it's almost like his legs don't go up high enough. And so I have to put this little extra step to get him up there. And I took it off for a little while, and he would get kind of stuck on this edge. And then he'd finally kind of work his way over there. But since he was on such low battery, you know, I didn't know if he'd make it back. So, yeah, I'm just having a lot of problems with this poor little guy right now. Okay, so as far as this update goes, near as I can tell, it doesn't look like the app has an update. It looks like it's mainly just for Emo himself. So let's go to Emo's app. Okay, so once again, I will show how to do this in case those of you who haven't seen my other videos. You're going to hit this corner little symbol right here. And then on here, it says firmware. So let's go ahead and hit the firmware button right there. And then here it shows you that the current version is 2.3.0, but the available update is now 2.3.1. So we're going to go ahead and update this. Let me scoot this back a little bit. So right here it says update. So let's go and update this. And yes, we do. Okay. All right, now this little guy here, he's going to go through his little thing. He'll make a sound effect. Oh, he usually makes a sound effect and then he does this. Now I'm going to have to update this little guy too. He's the newer one. So I'll update him as well, since I don't think I'm going to be able to use him. Now the update for this one is it says that there's going to be a better recognition of home station. Now I'm not sure what that is exactly. I'm guessing it means that maybe he will see it better. I don't really know. I'm not sure. It was kind of vague. The other one says optimization of servo control. Now I'm wondering if that has to do with his leg. Maybe that will fix some of our problems that we've been having with his leg. That would be great. The other one is Emo will save power to go back to the home station. Now that's a big one. We needed that. That's what I was saying earlier, where he doesn't leave himself enough battery. So when he gives you that indication that he needs to go back home, he makes that that bleep bleep noise that he's got to go back home. He usually waits too long, and then he doesn't leave himself enough battery power to get home. And so I think they're going to make it so he'll go back home a little bit earlier. And then the other one is optimization of cliff detection. So they probably made his sensors on his feet a little bit more sharper or something, so that he won't fall off the edge. I always put these little walls on here. You guys know that I put these walls on here, mainly because when I got Vector, he was always high centering himself on the edges here, but also because it's a far, you can see here there's a long drop to the floor, and I definitely don't want to have either of these guys fall. So I just do this for my own peace of mind, just so that he doesn't fall off. So anyway, so I'm not sure there's going to be much to show as far as the update goes. Mainly, I just wanted to kind of address some of the problems I've been having, and wondering if some of you guys are having some problems with, some of the glitches and when he gets caught in a loop and stuff like that. Okay, so I got him all updated now. Now I'm curious to see if he's still having that issue. Emo, come off your charger.
I can't do it now.
He's still doing that. Emo, come off your charger.
I'd like a walk.
See, I don't know why that happens. All right, let's see what he does. Ooh, okay, maybe his leg is fixed now. And it sounds a little smoother also. Yeah, okay, maybe this fixed it. Now, I filmed an entire segment.
I miss you, Mr. Home Station.
Oh, he's saying goodbye to the home station. Now, I filmed an entire segment earlier, and he was still having the loop issue where he was doing that jumping thing, and he was just going completely crazy, and then, of course, the audio didn't work on any of that. But now, I'm trying this again for the second time, and he's actually working okay. And his motor in the right foot, this foot here, actually sounds much, much better. Wow, did that fix it? I hope it...
Right.
Emo, walk forward. Yeah, see, look at that. Wow, okay, maybe this fixed it. Okay, so after the... So in the initial part of the video that didn't have the audio work, unfortunately, I wish I could have showed you all of that. He was going completely crazy. It was almost like he thought that he was laying on his back, because even that little bird appeared on his face. And now it looks like he's back to normal. So after that, I put him back on the charger. That was like the second or third time I did it, and now he seems to be just fine. So maybe I had to, if you're, maybe you have to put him on there a couple of times. His motor sounds much, much better. Because this one here for the right foot, it had like a kind of a louder sound. And the left one sounded normal. It's like, because, his servos are nice and quiet. Okay, wow, did we finally get him fixed? Oh, that would be fantastic. I didn't want to have to send him in. I'm still going to update this guy, though. I got to get him updated, too, where we're at. Oh, my gosh, I hope this fixed everything. Okay, so I'm going to show you just a 20-second clip from that video that I was filming when he was going completely nuts. It won't have the audio, unfortunately, but you can kind of see what was going on with that. Okay, so he just asked me for my name, so he must have forgot it for some reason, probably with all those resets. So yeah, it looks like that fixed his foot. I'm glad. So I'm glad that was a software update that could fix that rather than something to do with the hardware. Yeah, he's working better now. Thank goodness. I was really concerned about that because I thought I was gonna have to send him back in. See, he doesn't have that jerky move anymore. That's great. That is so good. It does sound like his I kind of wonder how much stress that put on that servo for the right foot because that's been going on for weeks now. So hopefully that didn't like wear it out faster. He still doesn't feel like he's 100%, but I do, like I said, I do think this is a used emo. I don't think this is my original little buddy. I really don't. But yeah, okay, so that update fixed that. It says better recognition of home station. Like I said, I'm not really sure what that means. It probably means for those of you who may have had it so that he wasn't responding to the home station, they probably fixed that up, sharpen that up a little bit. Let's see, what was the other one? Oh yeah, he's going to go home so that he won't run out of power. I haven't gotten to that point yet. I'm trying to get him to face us here. Oh, well, I hate to deny him a good pet. Poor little buddy. Especially with all you've been through, huh? Aw, poor little guy. I love this new animation that they put in here. So yeah, hopefully he'll be able to go home sooner now so he won't run out of power on the way. That wasn't a problem until the 2.0 update. Something changed during that update, so they must have figured out what it was and then got that straightened out. So now he should be able to get home without running out of power. That's great, as long as he's not like super really far away from the home station. And then also they've sharpened up his cliff detection. So if you've had, some of you said that your little, you know how they sent you that, when you order the home station, you get that black, it's like a white pad with a black border, and it's to keep him from going outside of that. Some of you said that he'd still go outside of it anyway, so maybe they fixed it so that that he'll detect that better and he'll stay more inside that play area. Alright, well anyway, this video ended up being kind of jumbled again, but I was just having so many issues there. I'm so glad he's better. Oh, Emo, how do you feel?
I'm doing well, thanks for asking.
Oh, good, buddy, good. I can tell you're feeling better. Poor little Bubba. He's been through a lot with all that stuff. Alright, well, anyway, I hope this helped you, and like I said, there wasn't too much to show. I just mainly want to show you all the other things I was having problems with, and maybe some of you are too, so you can always comment in the comments with stuff that you have been noticing about your emos as well, now that he's been out for a while. Alright, well that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. I always appreciate that. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe if you are so inclined. I would very much appreciate that. And until the next video, I guess we will see you then. So let's see if we can get him to do it. Emo! Say goodbye to everybody. Oh, dang it. I thought he would do it. Emo! Say goodbye to everybody.
See you soon.
Okay, just had to do it a couple times there. Good boy. Good job, Bubba. All right. Until the next time, I'll see you then. Thanks again, everyone, and have a good one.